I wanted to share a different perspective on war, on what's happening right now, and also 3 ways that I'm choosing to focus, equally including nuance within that, because we're vulnerable, delicate, cute little humans, and it's natural for this to feel confusing and sometimes disorientating and scary. But I think the first question that I've been asking is, what is war? Appreciating from, it's by no coincidence that I'm even here. I wasn't supposed to be here. I only booked my flights at the really last minute last week, or whenever I booked, but it was really last minute. And I feel like that there is a choice to be made of how to respond to this and what it will strengthen my relationship with, no matter what happens. So war, I don't feel separate from it. It's not this thing happening out there that I'm not involved in the same way that everything unfolding in the universe, Earth, is a dynamic, energetic process that we all contribute to. So what is war from this perspective? It can be understood as the ego scaled up. An ego perspective, importantly, it's just one perspective, and it's a perspective that loves stories, judgments, identities, protection, defending. So war is the ego scaled up to just millions and millions of people protecting, defending. But what are we protecting? What are we defending? It's like splitting things into right and wrong, black or white. And at a thematic level, it's like 2 people in a room arguing. One person says, I'm right, you're wrong. The other person says the exact same thing, and both believe it in their bones to be true. So they act on those feelings and thoughts. Now multiply that by millions and you have war. So I've been asking myself, where do I contribute to the frequency of war? Where am I at war with myself? I don't think I'm the cause of this war, but I do take responsibility for criticizing myself, judging myself, engaging in these survival contests throughout my day, rather than responding to my day, responding to what's arising right here in front of me. Because that's all I can respond to. Everything else is just a projected, imagined future that doesn't exist. The famous saying of tomorrow never arrives, or tomorrow never comes. The only thing that exists is this moment. A moment that can't be split into seconds or milliseconds even. It just exists. So the first thing that I've been focusing on is, for sure, allowing myself to feel anything that comes up in the moment. If that's fear, if that's joy. Like, it's kind of funny in the sense you can have tears of joy and tears of sadness. It's the same expression because they are also 2 sides of the same coin. So for war, the other side of the coin is peace. So where can I grow peace with myself? Where can I bring more compassion and understanding to my day? So that's the first thing that I do. The second thing that I do is to meet reality as it is. To understand that I am interpreting through one lens, in the same way the media has another lens that they want to portray their story. But if I can create space and recognize that it's just a lens through which I'm experiencing the world, then I can feel that backseat awareness of being aware that I'm having these experiences, these feelings, these thoughts, that I'm aware that the media, the lens is another perspective, that any perspective who's got an opinion on what's happening right now is also just another perspective. I don't have to become it. I don't have to lose myself in it. And equally, that's nuance. Sometimes that does happen. And it's important to feel whatever is arising and remember the wisdom that we are not what we feel. The feelings are just there to try and bring our attention to something. And that just as what's unfolding right now is an energetic pattern, it's familiar. It's history repeating itself. We've seen this time and time again. And I think for a lot of us, we thought this would never happen again. History, we had learned from history. But then I also asked myself, where am I repeating history? Where am I allowing my own patterns to continue, even though I know they don't serve me, even though I know they create disruption and conflict in my own life? But a storm doesn't need to be educated into returning to blue skies and sun. The storm, weather the storm. The storm will storm. And the sky is still there holding it all, even if we can't see it. Which is also what's happening right now in terms of our transition from winter to spring. The recent full moon that just passed, where it's a worm moon, reminding us that nature has all these unseen changes that are growing, that are developing underground. And in a month or so, we'll see all that rise to the surface. We'll see all that change, blossom and bloom. And I can't remember my third point. Fear. Is that what I started with? What do I want to say? I'm looking to nature for inspiration. I just looked out the window and the birds chirping. I'm not separate from those birds. It's by no coincidence that I'm experiencing those birds as part of my reality. I woke up this morning to 2 little birds on a windowsill tapping. So the birds, why do the birds chirp? We don't know. Why do we all share the need to breathe and the intelligence that allows us to breathe? I don't know. We don't know. No one knows why. Why does the sperm know to swim to the egg? And then that interaction multiplies and sometimes becomes a human or an embryo and then a human. I do feel strongly that the last 5 years of my own personal life have prepared me for this, a foundation. And so I invite you to also ask, what do you want to let grow through this experience? Spirituality isn't just something, and faith isn't just something that we use in the moment or, portray in our social interactions. It's something that can guide us through times of uncertainty and times of fear and conflict. And where I'll leave this is that, on one level, discord, disruption, on another level, harmony and infinite unfolding. In the same way, and Alan Watts talks about this, the bacteria in your blood, in your system, they're fighting each other, so that can be understood as disruption. And then on another level, that creates harmony, gut health and microbiome, or whatever all the other things that supports. Or same with like Eckhart Tolle speaks about an apple. The apple exists in perfect harmony and order, and then we eat it. And it's chaos and disorder in your mouth. But then when we swallow it, it's harmony, it's nourishment, it's feeding us, it's sweet. And the tree grows another apple. The tree actually lets go of the apple when she's done growing it. Doesn't try and keep on to like the best fruit, because then it would just go moldy and the tree wouldn't be able to continue within its own cycles of change and growth. So that is what I'm focusing on. I hope that this has been supportive in some way, or maybe more importantly, inspires your own questions and unique insights, because those are so important. So thank you for watching, and I'm going to try and keep up my weekly schedule of recording content, because I do really enjoy it. And just as I've said that, there's a little pigeon that's landed on the balcony out here.